Hey traders, Akil Stokes here of Trade Empowered, and welcome back to yet another video. Originally, I wasn't going to do a weekend review video this weekend, mainly because, well, it's just been an interesting week. A little tired, and Thursday wasn't the best trading day for me, and just didn't have the energy or the desire to record something. But that all changed on Friday, non-farm payroll Friday. What started as a usual non-farm payroll day, meaning figured we'd come into the live room, we'd chit-chat a little bit, we'd watch the market go berserk when the non-farms came out, and then have some Q&A later. Actually turned into a pretty good training session. What happened was Jason happened to be sick, so there was no war room meeting once again. So Darren had the great idea of saying, hey, you know what? We feel bad about missing 2 war room meetings this week. Let's let all the syndicate members, let's shoot them the link to come join us in the live room. And well, I expected a small turnout. I thought most people are working or busy or just taking an early weekend. But as soon as that link dropped in the trade floor, we had a flood of members to the live room. I'm talking hundreds in there. And, well, it just got exciting. There was lots of questions. A lot of the time, this was the first time these people have seen me trade live. Typically, I'll shoot them a chart, a trading idea through the syndicate trade floor, or I'll shoot them a video on the website. But seeing me trade live and kind of the extended process of how I break down each trade was new to these traders. So I'm so glad I had the opportunity to share that and just let them experience what a professional trader actually does day in and day out on a regular basis. So a very exciting day. I know a lot of you syndicate members didn't have the chance to join me. So what I decided to do is record today's video. It's about 3 hours long, and obviously I'm not going to share with you the whole entire thing, but I am going to get on the computer over here. I'm going to cut it, edit it up, and see if I can pick out the most educational moments. So again, as you could tell, it was a great day. Oh, by the way, non-farms, one of the smallest reactions I've ever seen. And we went into a whole spiel about that, how it was a bad number for the dollar. This is the first time we've been under 200K for had to be at least the last 6 months. We were at 142, I think, today. Under 200K at 142. And just to give you guys an idea, we need at least 150,000, 150K just to stay even. So 150K should be the minimum we need just to stay even. So anything under 150 should be bad, should be horrible news. And we got that today, and I'm sitting back and I'm like, oh my God, 142, here we go. And nothing. And that just proves to show, we talk about fundamentals a lot, how it's not just the figure that matters. It's the overall perspective of the market. Right now, a lot of people are bullish the dollar for many reasons. We've been doing pretty good as far as economical reports. People they don't want to mess with euro. So overall, a lot of people are bullish dollar. So even with a bad number, we didn't see quite a dump off in the market. And if you just think about the opposite, about a year ago, when everyone was bearish the dollar, we could even, if we would have had the same number, we would have saw a massive sell-off of hundreds of pips. Today, I think we moved about 50 pips and then just settled down, which is nothing by non-farm standards. So I apologize. I'm getting into the fundamental side of stuff a little bit. Here's what you guys want to see. You want to see the recording from today's live room session where we did take a few trading opportunities. Again, typically non-farm payroll messes up the market. Today, it didn't, and we were able to analyze various opportunities in the market. I even took 3 trades myself. So without further ado, here's a recorded session from today's live FX ratio trading room session. Sit back, enjoy. So what I did was I just went on my charts and I started looking for every single ABCD pattern. And I slowly learned that, guess what? If I trade every ABCD pattern, I'm going to lose a lot of money. So I learned that you got to start adding filters to your trade, just like double bottoms and double tops. Everything in the market, you should add filters to it. And kind of like the CTS system we work through. That's why that CTS system is so important, where we go through that checklist. We go through RSI, structure, advanced pattern, higher time frame, because it adds points to that score. So you're not just trading one individual thing, you're trading a combination of things. Now, IPDE, for you guys that don't know, identify, predict, decide, execute. That's the process we want to go through whenever we are trading. And I start on my higher time frame, which is my daily. So I want to identify what? I want to identify where the market is at. So you guys tell me right now, where is the market at right now? Are we at a structure level? Look left, structure leaves clues, yes or no? Yes, 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 right? We're at a structure level here. We know we're running into what? Daily support. So the next thing I like to do is I like to do something called create a confirmation bias. And I like to do this in a positive way. There's a negative way of doing it too, but I like to do it in a positive way. Confirmation bias meaning I am both a counter trend trader and a trend continuation trader. But if you're doing both, you're going to get conflicting signals. So what I like to do is shut off half my brain. I'm a man, so it's hard for me to use both sides anyway. I like to shut off half my brain and only look for what opportunity. So in a scenario like this, if I had to ask you, are you looking for an opportunity long or short? What would you guys say? And again, hold on, let me do another poll for this. But what do we have here, guys? Let's start adding up our CTS score. CTS traders. Type some stuff in that we have. And if you're not familiar with the CTS system, just sit back and relax. Take it in. Take out a pad and a pen. Take some notes. Look at this as a learning experience. For you guys that do know CTS, what are some of the things we're looking for? Don't be shy. We already mentioned one thing, right? We got a double bottom. 1 point. So we're going to do this DB. There you go. Double bottom, 1 point. We got major structure, right? We'll give that 2 points. Do we have higher time frame confirmation, guys? Higher time frame confirmation off the daily? Yeah, buddy. 1 point right there. Someone said what? RSI oversold. Give us another point for that. Do we have RSI divergence? RSI divergence, yes, sir. RSI divergence, another point. Boom. Massive divergence on the RSI. Someone said ABCD pattern. Maybe, let's say. We'd be looking from here to here. Technically not an ABCD pattern because we don't come to a 382 for our retracement, but a harmonic move. So technically I can't give a point for this. An ABCD pattern needs to come to a 3D2, but it's a harmonic move. Do we have Fibonacci confluence? We probably will have a 1618 Fibonacci retrace extension. Watch this. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Boom. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. Who is this guy, Darren? So let's add Fibonacci. Let's add Fibonacci ratio confluence to it as well. And for you guys watching on the recording, I just tapped myself on the back for doing a good job. I'm all about stroking the ego, man. As a trader, we need a really big ego to trade, at least while we're in the market. So it's always good to stroke the ego a little bit, builds the confidence. So we've got double bottom, we got major structure, we've got higher time frame confirmation, we've got RSI oversold, we got RSI divergence, we got ratio confluence. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got a CTS score of 7. For me, this is a tradable opportunity. Most traders I work with, I think usually we'll see they need a minimum of about a CTS 5. So this is a CTS 7. Now I can't trade until 15 minutes after the report. All right, so nothing really there structure-wise. So the next thing we want to do is what? Let's measure out our risk and reward, right? Let's take even the minimum reward. We're looking at a stop or a target of about this. We're looking at a risk of about that. What do you guys think? Is this a risk reward that meets your criteria? That's the next question you need to ask yourself. Does this risk reward meet your criteria? Even if you're taking a 2 ATR stop, most traders I work with say they need at least a 1-to-1. Even a 2 ATR stop, so a deeper stop loss, is still going to give you more than a 1-to-1 risk reward. So I would say, yeah. If you're more of an aggressive trader, one that's looking for structure up here, even better. 1, 2.5 to 1 risk reward with taking a 2 ATR stop. So we've looked at entries, stops, targets. We identified I, we predicted P, we decided what we're going to do. Next thing to do is execute the trade. The last part should be the easiest part, because it's often pretty hard. The last part is, if you're waiting for the close of this candle, the 9 o'clock candle, in 7 minutes, you need to push that buy button. You've already done all the work. Syndicate members that are kind of new to this, have you seen that? You've already done all the work. We've identified where the market's at. We've predicted what the market's going to do. We've drawn in our potential reward. We've drawn in our potential risk. We know everything about this trade already. Now you just got to have the guts to pull the trigger, assuming this is something that meets your plan. Bang. And then we pray. Then we pray to our gods that it wins. But that's the key to trading. I mean, all the hard work is done before we enter the trade. All the hard work is done before we enter a trade. And if you're, it's harder if you go down to the lower time frames. You don't have as much time. Euro-Aussie. Again, identify where are we at. Look left. Structure leaves clues. Simple thing I like to do is this. Draw a line at our structure level. I got my DSR levels on. You don't need them, but they help a lot. Draw a line at my structure levels and see where we're at. Actually, we have a little dip right here, which is going to be important. Now, what's important about this little dip, I'll make this line a different color. This is going to be very important because if this blue line did not exist, I would not be looking for any type of trade opportunity. Why? Why would I not be looking for any type of long opportunity here if that blue line didn't exist? Somebody tell me. And again, if you're new to the syndicate, just sit back and take it in. Or if you're new to the live room. Yep, we have what? Lower low, lower close. What does lower low, lower close mean? Trend continuation in that direction. So if this blue line, if that little other structure level didn't exist, red flag. Red flag for buying opportunities. I would only think short. Again, confirmation bias. Shut off half my brain. Don't think of anything long. Just think of short. But we do have that blue dip, so there is some structure down there. So again, which way am I looking right now for the market? Which direction would you guys be thinking of? If you're going to trade and you got to choose one direction, long or short? Yep. No. Yeah, long or short? Long. We want to be long because we're at structure. We're at structure. Now, you can say if we get a retest up here, then we look short. That's different. But where we're at the market right now, we want to be long. And it's very important we do this process, guys. I tell you, it makes it a lot easier if you shut off half your brain. At least for me, at least for the men out there. For the women traders, you guys may be able to do a little bit more. I've done studies on, I've listened to studies on the human brain, and women are a lot better with using both sides of their brain at the same time, while men, unfortunately, can only use half their brain, which is also a built-in excuse why if women are talking to us, we usually zone out. It's not our fault. We're not really good with details. So if you guys are married, or if you girlfriend or a daughter and they're talking to you and they're like, "Daddy, are you listening to me?" And you're like, "What?" Just tell them it's not your fault. It's how our brains it's how our brains operate. At least that's the excuse I've been using. We'll run with that. The wife believes it. That's all that matters. It is true though. Women are much better with details than men because they process both sides of their brain. It's true. but I got to base this off technical analysis. Now, what makes this different from the pound dollar, again, is this structure level right here. And you can see we've come down, we've bottomed. We've come down, we've bottomed. But here's the lows of our previous structure level, and we haven't been able to break that either. So what we could see is a consolidation in between these levels right now, and then a breakout either one way or the other. So it makes this a little, it's not as high a probability trade as, say, the pound dollar, which has nothing above it. What makes this trade great, though, is what? What would you guys, or not great, what would you say makes this trade worth it, in your opinion? Yep, there we go. Jose says, yeah, risk reward, risk reward. If it breaks above, lots of clean air. Guys, if this thing breaks out, where are we going? What do you think? What's your prediction? If this thing breaks out to the upside, where are we likely to go next? Again, if then thought process. If price action breaks out, then where are we likely to go? We could throw a fib on there, yeah. We can actually throw a few fibs on there. I like to look structure first. Oh, and that lines up right with structure. Who said that? My man. Good job. Right? If this thing breaks out, I would say we do have some even handles to fight. We got a 39 even handle, right? We've got a 30, 39, 50. We got some psychological numbers, but our most recent structure level is right here at 40.39. Right? Our next recent structure level is right here. And again, we'll want to do our due diligence. We'll look left on 240 and see if there's anything else really relevant at this level. But let's say we take a 2 ATR stop on this, guys. We risk, 60 pips on this? $60 pips on a 2 ATR stop. Ask yourself this question. How cool is this? Let's get rid of some of this mess. How good of an opportunity is this, guys? And you'll slowly learn that this game is all about risk reward. Because guess what? If you can consistently, you're not going to consistently get trades like this, but if you can consistently get risk rewards like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4-to-1 risk rewards. And again, I'm not saying you're not going to get this every time, but how right do you have to be? You can win 1 out of every, 5 trades and still be a break-even trader. You can be a 20%, you could be a 30% trader and make profit. You would probably laugh at me if I told you that a few months ago. Now, again, I'm not saying that this is not going to be a normal risk reward. You're not going to get 4. I mean, you can. But typically, you probably won't get 4-to-1 on everyone. But you can get a 2-to-1 risk reward on a lot of these structure-based trades. Again, it's worth the analysis. It's worth doing. Just not much tradable there. Let's go dollar yen next. Dollar yen's been in my doghouse lately. I missed the cipher pattern yesterday. I didn't miss it. I didn't get filled, which kind of irritated me because I took 2 losses and then didn't get filled on the one that would have been a winner. Wouldn't have made up for those 2 losses, but it would have put about another 45, 90 pips in my bank. But dollar yen, we're still up at this structure level. Not sure if we broke it. Didn't close above it, but we're still at daily structure. Again, DSR resistance up here in red. Still at our daily structure level. We're coming back down to retest these lows right here. So if I'm a trend continuation trader, if I'm looking for any type of reason long, it wouldn't be until we get to these lows. This is probably going to be a pretty good structure level down on the 4-hour. So is this level down here, around 104 evens. Now, dollar yen 4-hour price action traders. What do we have right here? What just happened? What are we seeing on the chart here? What is popping out to you? Nope, not a double bottom. What else? Higher high, higher close, right? Boom. Simple price action, the basics. If you don't know this stuff, take time to learn it. Swing high, swing low to swing high. Outside return. Higher high, higher close. New structure high. What do we expect after that? What comes after a higher high, higher close? Don't be shy. I'm not going to tease you. If I do, I will mute the microphone before doing it. I will not send a private message to Darren asking who is this person. Yeah, outside return. Where should our outside return come to? What, or rather this, what shouldn't our outside return penetrate? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Give it to me. Boom, previous low. Yes, previous low right here. Our outside return should not break this level. What a coincidence, guys. Didn't we just draw this out on the daily chart and say this may be a level to get long? Now, keep in mind, now when I say get long, it's not going to be a double bottom. Not going to be a double bottom. Retest the structure, not a double bottom, though. When I say get long, I'm not thinking long-term trend continuation, guys, because we haven't broken this structure level. So I would have no confidence in the market breaking 105.50s. But I don't trade off the daily. I trade on the 240 and the 60. And I would have no problem with taking profits up here at a retest of previous structure highs. So let's go down one more time frame to a 60 and see if we can build a case for entry. All right, we got previous structure. Look left, structure leaves clues. Price action is, we're not oversold. Price action is not oversold yet. If it's going to depend on the close of this bar in the next 15 minutes. And I've got a little tricky RSI on here. My RSI indicator, I have calculate on bar close set to false. So it kind of wiggles with how price action moves. The default is true. And if you see, if I set it to true, it's going to be still above the 20 level. If I go false, it kind of predicts where the RSI would be if the candle closed where it's at. So we don't have the market oversold yet. But this is where you need to start running through your trade plan. You have a kill zone, you have an idea, right? We know where targets need to go. So we can get an idea already if this is a trade we want to take or not. But now you need to wait for your entry reason. We've identified what the market's doing. We're in a pullback, right? Off a new structure high, we're in a pullback. We predicted what the market's going to do. Well, we're probably going to bounce off this level and retest either shoulder here for your head and shoulders traders. Head here. We're going to probably retest one of those levels. Next is decide, how can I enter the trade? And this is where you go to your trade plan. What are your entry rules? What do you need? And that's the one I can't answer that question for you. You're on your own for that. What does your trade plan say you need? Are you a super aggressive trader where all you need is price action to hit that level? Do you need a pin bar, a doji candle, an engulfing candle, a higher high, higher close candle formation? Do you need a double bottom? Are you really conservative? Do you need a 2618? So it's a good level. That's half the battle. We found the level. Now you need to decide how to enter this. And for you guys, if you're newer, it should be simple because you should probably only have one way to enter a trade. And it should be in your plan. So all it takes is flipping to your trading plan and says, structure-based trades, I enter if RSI goes oversold, then I wait for a double bottom. If I get valid double bottom, then I enter next bar market. It should be simple. All right, guys, so hope you guys enjoyed that. And if you did, remember, we offer a 1-week free trial in my live room. So come in for a week and check it out for free. Just go over to our website, go to www.tradeempower.com, click the tab that says Trader Resources, scroll down to where it says Akil's Live Room, sign up and come hang with me for a week. I can almost guarantee you will enjoy the community, and if you like it, hey, stay forever. And even if you're unable to stay forever, maybe financial reasons, maybe it just doesn't fit into your schedule, I can guarantee that you will come out of that week a better trader than what you were going in. So come and learn something. Until next time, guys, plan your trade, trade your plan. Have a great weekend. I'm excited. Football is back. We've got BPL going on. I'm a sports junkie, so I'm in heaven right now. So take care, guys, and have a great weekend.